Welcome to the RDtype, a new series where we explore homes of people who really personify the Rachel Donald brand. That means people who are collectors, people who appreciate beauty, people who appreciate the stories behind pieces. Welcome to Jess's home.
Hey RD, I'm Jess, come on in.
Jess, tell us about your home and the story of this house.
I live here with my husband Ben and my two kids Lou and Tills, and we have lived here since just as COVID was starting. We bought in Feb 2020.
What made you fall in love with this home?
We were always obsessed with mid-century, and this popped up on the market and just wasn't advertising the right rooms, bedrooms and whatever, and I just begged my husband to come have a look. I just had this weird feel about it. It had these funky spaces and I just had vision for what it could be. Anyway, we came and it was the brightest, sunniest day, and this space was just filled with light. I mean, beaming with light. And so I think that was the real draw card. And then as soon as he was in here, he could feel solid and he could feel my vision. So that was why that we ended up with it. You know, growing up, our houses were just filled, my parents' house was filled with stuff, so many things. My mum is drawn to one particular ceramic, and then she'll have to buy 20 of them. So whenever they pop up on, Leonard Joel or whatever, or little antique stores, she'll have to buy them. It's something that's just innate.
I'm dying to see your house. Let's go and look at some of the rooms.
The kitchen was actually pretty similar. The layout was all the same. I'm a cook. We have people over all the time. I love to host people in the house, and the kitchen layout was the same when we bought it. There were actually hand-painted tiles all over the floor in here, and they were very brown and very mid-century. When we filled this space, I knew that I wanted the kitchen to function the same way, but I knew I wanted to incorporate a breakfast bar. So I drew basically just an extension of our island, which sort of jutted out. I knew I wanted stainless steel because I think it's super functional, but the materiality of the space was always going to be earthy and brown, and the Arnold stools were the chair for this space. And I knew that very early in the piece, when I was designing, I had a very clear vision. I'm sure that's not what most kitchen designers think. They're I want a stool, but I knew that this would feel really grounding in this space, and I knew that I just think they're really functional, and so they were the perfect thing. These tiles are the tiles of Ezra. I love that every single tile is different. I think my tiler wanted to kill me when we were putting them in, because originally I had left him for the morning. I was how bad could it go? And he'd put it like a checkerboard, one light, one dark, one light, and I made him pull them all off. And I think he actually was gonna fucking kill me. But yes, so we came in and I'm no, we're gonna have to start again.
It's important.
Yes.
You've got to get me.
And the kitchen's the heart of the home.
Yes.
And then once this bench was in and I could see the space and the stools had arrived, I was the Bohan lamp. That is the lamp for this space. I loved it. It looked like a continuation of the bench. The key was, how can we spend not as little money, because you still have to, what you put in is what you get.
Yeah.
But how can we make the money go a long way?
Yes.
And so it was about choosing materials that were cost effective, but also honoured the heritage of the house.
I was going to say, you bought a place with good bones.
Yes, it had amazing bones, and I think that's my one thing. If you walk into a home and you're I could just put my nice furniture in here, it'll never work.
It will never feel like you either.
It will never work. So you've got to have a house that feels yummy when you walk in, and it felt good.
Tell me about this room. I know you have two babies. Well, not babies, but 5 and 7.
They were babies when we moved in. My son was...
And they're kids?
Yeah, my son was a year old when we moved in. My daughter, I was pregnant with her when we moved in.
But you've always had beautiful things.
Yes, the things were always here.
Do you teach them to respect your pieces, or are you not precious? Or what's your philosophy around living with kids and animals and having nice things?
I think it's a mix of both. I think I grew up with objects, and so you just but my mum was also not precious, and she's spoken about this before when she's also been interviewed and asked, and she always had things, and we just lived, and we would rollerblade in the house and do all sorts of crazy things. But you teach kids to have respect.
Yeah.
And then they learn to live.
But they learn to live with art.
But don't hide things. Some of my friends oh, now I have a son, I'm gonna put everything away.
No.
If you put things away, then they don't know how to live with it. The carpet is by Super Taft. It is an unbelievable wool carpet. I loved the caramel. I think it lent into the Zorif joinery, the walnut.
It's perfect. And tell me about this sofa.
I went and took it to my upholsterer. It was originally like this really boring caramel woven linen color, and I had chosen this like a Chanel tweed, and I was in love with it. It had like a blue and an orange fleck through it. I loved the way it looked, the swatch with the carpet. And then at the 11th hour, I was like, fuck it, I'm doing sky blue. And everyone was like, you have lost the plot. And I'm like, no, I feel
it's perfect.
I feel it.
Yeah.
But then Ben, my husband, was like, when he showed me, and I was too scared to tell him actually. I didn't tell him for like a month after I'd made the decision, because it was when we had moved out and we were renovating. And I'm like, Ben, I have to tell you something. I didn't actually go with the tweed. I went with the sky blue, and he was repulsed by it. There was dust everywhere, and the upholsterer dropped the couch. I was like, oh my God, I hate it. But he loved it. I think because I was so scared because he was repulsed by it.
It's also big, so it's like, it's big impact. It's not like a small piece.
Now I love it. Now I've
it.
like settled into the space. So these are the two favorite things in my house. There are these two like wooden framed paintings with these tiny little still lifes, and they were in my grandparents' house in Perth. It was at their entry, and I always remember them, and they were always sort of wonkily hung, and I sort of replicated that. So that was the start of this salon hang, and then these other pieces sort of slowly slotted in, like that round thing is from a record, and I loved the silhouette of New York. Nothing is like too finessed or pizzazzed. Everything sort of just comes together in like a weird wonky way.
Talk to me about, the cushion. We've got
My shaggy cushion that my kids love to pull the fluff out of. It's an artist by Cake Bread. I love that it's weird and wonderful, but I bought the pillow before I bought the other cushions, so then that was like the source of my color scheme for the rest of the pillows.
Are you into color scheme? Are you a color scheme kind of girl?
No, but I think you get vision. Like if you see something that you love, you're like, I don't think anything should match necessarily, but you have to pull from colors, otherwise the story won't make sense.
Often you pull from like a rug or art.
Yeah, so to me that was like the rug in
That's
this
the rug,
space.
yeah.
I love this table of yours. I love that it's just the right size. You can cover it in books. It's not like a particular style. Like it doesn't lean into mid-century. It doesn't lean into, modernist or whatever, but it's like kind of brutalist almost. It's like quite solid and it's chunky. My kids will eat off it. The books rotate, the plants drip.
My favorite room in your house, I love this room. This room is just it feels very chill. I could sit here all day and talk to you. But I want to go into your front room and talk about that room, because I feel like that room has just the most insane collections. So this is my favorite room. I just think it's so interesting. There's so much, everywhere you look, there's so much interest.
My mum, again, like if she sees something she loves, she has to find a million of them.
Yeah.
And
these are incredible. Where would she have found these?
I don't know. I think the original ones are from America, and they're like big collected, like they often pop up on First Dibs. And then they have another version of them at this like hotel in the Cotswolds that you can like custom make them in the Cotswolds. She saw a whole lot of them and she bought 7.
Oh my God,
I don't know.
wild.
And these are the little ones. So she has big ones. And she realized she didn't have anywhere for 7 sheep. So my sister got a couple, I got a couple, she has a couple, she has the big ones, and they're really
so
cute.
beautiful.
So my dad thinks that they're on loan, they're not, they're now mine.
Yes.
So Dad, I love a marketplace, I love an op shop.
Yeah, where do you shop?
I love Chapel Street Bazaar, my husband's idea of hell. Because I think there's always something fun to find. I mean,
do you care a lot about the maker, or do you more just look at, you just love the piece?
I'm judgeable by its cover kind of gal. And so like if something just feels innately beautiful, like I'm drawn to it. And I don't really care if it's like the most expensive or amazing artist. I love it. So growing up, my mum had this, it's technically a vase, and I think that these ceramics, these like porcelain pieces can be quite dorky, and I think how you style them can funk them up. But my mum always had flowers in it growing up. It was on this like a formal dining room table, these like little like lily of the valley or like tiny little arrangements, and I always thought it was so cute. And then just before my wedding, these popped up in I don't know, maybe in Graham Geddes or an auction house, not an auction house, it was like an antique store. And so she was like, oh, I think it's a sign. You know how like people buy like clothes on holiday? Like I will never buy clothes on holiday. Like I think there's plenty of Australian makers.
Good clothes are great.
But overseas I'll always be drawn to like a homeware shop or like something that's a memory. And I think that's what gives character to spaces. the
Gifts we
joinery.
bought
But
together.
Yes,
I was
this-
part of that purchase.
This is like my favorite cafe in Byron, and he often hosts artists, and this one had sat there for like 3 or 4 years, and I just thought that was one he wanted to keep. And I was like, oh, you wouldn't ever sell it, would you? He's like, oh, it is for sale. I was like, oh, I've hit the jackpot. And we were like gearing up, like, how much are we gonna like willing to purchase it for? And you're like, oh, I'll get it if you don't get it. I'm like, no, I'm getting it. Don't you?
We had a bit of a fight over who's gonna buy it.
Anyway, so I was really proud to walk out under my arms with it. My late father-in-law, from his bar mitzvah, his great uncle would make everyone in their family ashtray. So this has his like bar mitzvah day. And I just like the celadon, the glaze. My husband is worse at hoarding than me. He actually
Love a hoarder.
He has boxes of like childhood memories. I mean, like he's got like mini alcohol bottles from when he was little, and he like
Can't. It's so freaking.
he's like, he even has like the Woman's Weekly from when Princess
real
Diana
Coke
died. My last favorite thing, and I think that leans into like, you know, like I got it from my mama and my mum got it from her mum. My grandma was from Spain, and she bought a pottery wheel with her when she moved, and so she used to make a whole lot of, I mean, this isn't, I think she must have hand built this, but I just like that I have like bits and stories from all different family members.
I love that you keep talking about your mum and how your mum was a collector,
My
and
mum is
how
such a collector.
and how you're a collector because you sort of learnt from her and she gave you pieces
And
it
now
sort of
my
taught you that
daughter
love.
is
Yes.
such a collector.
That's what I want your daughter. So I
Yes.
want you to show us Till's room.
Okay.
Because
I mean, I think it's all junk, but maybe she thinks they're treasures. She likes things and objects. We spend a lot of time at the beach in Byron, and so we collect a lot of shells. And so like this little shell box
That
is
I want.
like filled with little trinkets, and like, I don't know, she likes, like when we're in Japan, we bought all these like little rubbers that are like all foods. Tilly just likes things. And so like me
just
and
like
my
her
mum-
mama.
Yeah, just like trinkets. We love like these like dogs.
Little
She loves
Dalmatians.
dogs. But yeah, there's plenty of junk.
And the art is amazing. Everything. It's just so special.
Yeah.
Such a special room.
Cute thing. And then moving into our
Your
bedroom.
bedroom.
We didn't actually do anything to this space.
Beautiful light as well. And I love how you've made the bed. These are our
Yes,
Very
we've got
familiar
more
bedsides.
bedside tables. I like that I've got 2 different lamps. Again, these were from like random secondhand furniture sellers. Tapestry behind the bed is also from Ben's like grandparents. Was covered in moths, and everyone was like, it's not salvageable. I'm like, no, we can salvage it. I really like the colors, and I feel like it just like lent itself to this space. I think there's like a possibility to do so many things on a budget, and I think
100%.
you have to have a bit of vision. You
Yes.
have to have a bit of vision.
And find a way, be resourceful.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, and this is also the only space that we have like photos, and
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's like, that is the most hectic situation, but photos are memories, and I feel like it's like bedrooms are like comfy spaces, and you want it
Yeah.
to be filled with memories.
Yeah. So when I first started my business and I was selling vintage and antique pieces, I remember I sold you guys 2 of these Curating chairs.
You did, and
I'll never forget.
they were on a cover of AD, I think, with Kelly Wursler.
Yes, that was like the week.
Yes, exactly. And so
yeah.
then they popped up, I was like, oh my God. And I'm not usually drawn to things that are red. I don't know, I find it's like quite it's got like,
It's very strong.
yes, and but it's also like, it's either you love it or you hate it. And I'm not a lover, but there's something about it that I don't know, just really, it's just a pop in their
Yeah.
space. And
I
not that
remember
everything's neutral,
yeah.
but to me, the palette in here is quite neutral, even though it's a blue couch. And I actually was gonna get them all refinished, but I like that they're all
like
a bit,
them too.
I like that they're all a bit like different and lived in and loved, and hopefully I find another project, another house that has warmth and love and character that I can funk up and fill with all of my junk.
Yes, love it.